different individuals. Matthew is the President and Chief Executive Officer Director since September 2015, and he comes with 11 years prior experience as being a Vice President for various companies. Paul is the Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer since June 2018. He also comes with 8 years experience in the financing world in various companies. Brian is a Senior Vice President, General Counsel, and Secretary since September 2018. He also holds years of experience prior to coming to Yeti. Holly is the Senior Vice President of Talent Management since January 2018. She's advised executives from startups to Fortune 500 companies prior to coming to Yeti. Kirk is a Senior Vice President of Sales since September 2018. He's worked with major accounts prior to coming to Yeti. Robert is the Senior Vice President, Direct to Customer and Managing Director, International since September 2018. He's worked for 11 years prior to coming to Yeti. Michael is the Head of Global Operations since September 2018. He's worked at a few companies prior to coming to Yeti. I feel like they have a good top management team and they have plenty of years of experience prior to coming to Yeti. The business landscape, the climate change, the weather conditionings occurring right now might impact Yeti as a whole of the resources that are used and the finished products being sent out. They may also reduce the purchasing of items if some activities cannot be performed anymore due to extreme climate changes. The social trend. People are not wanting to use plastic bottles anymore because they cost up to 1,900 times more than tap water, and 90% of that goes towards packaging, bottling, shipping, marketing, and other expenses. However, that's where Yeti is in the clear because of their other products are reusable, so they're not wasting like plastic bottles as you see in the picture. And the economic crisis that can affect the environment portions of our industry. This will affect purchasing power that the industries get from customers. This will affect people being able to afford a certain product they bought before or considering a higher end product such as Yeti. This will cause Yeti to lose income from customers who cannot afford their products. As you can see from Porter's 6 forces, it's a mixture of threats and non-threats. So the new entrants, threat level is high since it is an easy market to enter. The substitutes is a high because there are a lot of cheaper products out there, so people may want to purchase something cheaper than spending the money on a Yeti product. And the rivalry threat is high also because they're equal competitors. And the government, the threat level is moderate because if the tariffs get put into place, it will make the costs go up. And the suppliers, threat level is also moderate due to the companies being overseas, which kind of ties into the government and the tariffs. And the buyers, the threat level is low to their willingness to pay for the higher quality product.
When it comes to seeing who Yeti compares with, we chose these 4 other brands, Orca, Arctic, Igloo, and Coleman, just based on kind of their similar structure of the coolers and drinkware. And then for the graph to the next to it, we based this off of about 40 quarter cooler. Some of them had 46 quarts. Some of them have 40. So we just found the ones that compare the best, all hard shell coolers. And then we compared them based on their price and the quality. We got the quality based off of their perceived image of the brand, whether people thought Yeti was top tier and then Coleman was kind of bottom tier. And then also kind of just some basic customer reviews, like 3 out of 5 stars, 4 out of 5, stuff like that. And so we laid them out, and this is how they look compared to each other. Based on this, we would say that Yeti is in a very profitable position. They have high quality products, and they're also able to charge such a high price because they have that brand image that allows customers to know this is a really good brand, it's really high quality. So I'm going to be willing to pay a little bit more than, let's say, an Orca cooler that's the same size and everything. Next, our main competitor will be Orca. We looked at this just by a quick search. A lot of other brands compared very closely with Yeti, but based on the very specific cooler we were wanting to look at, which was the hard shell cooler, which is imaged right here, Orca was the one that really compared the most. And how do they compete with Yeti? Orca has more sizes and color options available to customers. They're also made in the US, which right now a lot of consumers want that. They don't want things made from China or anywhere else. They do have a slightly lower price. It's still going to be pretty high up there compared with Yeti, but it will be lower. And they have a better score on the 5-day test, which is a test to compare how long the cooler is able to keep items cold or from thawing. The strategic position, Yeti has positions itself with high quality, a good reputation, which is their brand image, and kind of the reviews customers have given of these coolers and drinkware products, and their partnerships. They partner with companies like Dick's Sporting Goods and Yeti to sell their products and have nice promotion stands within the stores to help customers purchase those products. As for the value chain, this is a simple picture of Porter's value chain, just to have a nice representation of it. The points that we were able to find information on and really talk about was the firm's infrastructure, which is how Yeti is set up in order to get the best value out of all of these value chain aspects and to add the most value to their products. Next, we talked about the technology development, which has to do with creating high-quality products as efficiently as possible, having the technology to make those super great, long-lasting coolers, as well as having the technology to make their operations run smoothly and as cheaply as possible. Next, we find information on their operations. This has to deal with how they're able to run their internal business cells to have the greatest efficiency. And then marketing and sales, basically how they're able to partner with companies like Dick's Sporting Goods and REI and have social media posts to advertise their product, because the value really gets added in that. Before then, it's just seen as another cooler, another drinkware. But once they have that marketing technique down, they're able to show customers the value in that product and show them why they need to purchase it. Next will be services, and that's as simple as pre- and post-purchase services, which is like their customer service lines that people can call if they have questions. That's returning things if they break or if they're dissatisfied. And along with that is their warranty for the product that they offer customers.
So I am going to be going over willingness to pay and relative cost analysis. For willingness to pay, as you can see, it covers price, brand image, accessibility, appearance, and turnover. For Yeti, their price is a little bit higher than Orca. Some of their prices do meet in the middle. As you can see for the relative cost analysis, both their Rody 20s are $199. They do have a very notable brand image. It's very stout and secure, and people know their brand image. For accessibility, Orca is a little more difficult to get because they are more online, but they do offer many different discounts for their online benefits and free shipping. Yeti, you can go to Dick's Sporting Goods or different outdoor stores to buy their product. Appearance-wise, they are both very slick. They almost appear identical. They are made nearly the same. Orca is made a little better and more eco-friendly and made in the US rather than Yeti. For turnover, Orca seems to come out with new products more often, way more colors than Yeti. Yeti doesn't have as many colors as Orca does provide for customers. For the relative cost analysis, we came up with our baseline by taking the total annual sales of what Yeti had, which was $57.78 million, and we divided by each sector of either depreciation or marketing or the grocery store margin, and that is how we got our percentage. And for Orca, we then decided that Orca would be about a third of what Yeti would be making as their yearly annual income, due to them not being, they are very known, but Yeti's just like a go-to cooler of what someone would want for an outdoorsy person or someone going fishing or hiking or camping or what have you. It's usually like Yeti is the go-to. So we felt like Orca would need more marketing to have more people hear about their product, because it's almost nearly the same as Yeti. Just different labels, different names. And it actually keeps food lasting longer in their coolers. There's been many studies done that it lasts longer with an Orca cooler rather than a Yeti cooler. We also believe that their depreciation would be a little bit more, since they do use, greater quality of materials. Then it's going to be maybe a little bit pricier for them to use all those materials to make their coolers. So for the main strategic strengths and opportunities, Yeti is known worldwide. It's a very sustainable product. It's durable, it's life-lasting, and it's a thermal product. They have a lot of benefits they have like a year warranty for the products. Orca does provide like a longer warranty, which could be better for many customers. For main strategic weakness or problems, there's not many colors that Yeti can offer. They could have more sizes than they do already. They could lower their costs and make their products more locally. And a lot of their products are just too expensive for many customers. For solving the issue, it can be easily solved by doing some discounts on their products and maybe coming out with some new products to then discount the old ones, or discounting old colors and coming out with new colors for Yeti. I think that would be a huge benefit for Yeti to have more colors, since Orca has so many as well. They could also become more local, such as making their products in the US, just like Orca does, and maybe making their products more eco-friendly, which would attract more customers. And